Hello there guys and girls, this is Push Prince with Attila Attila online battle. This is again a quick battle. I'm the Eastern Roman Empire and my opponent is Ragnar of Garderica playing as the Jutes. So over here you can see that I have what I suppose could be called a very strong setup. So I have Magister Militum Bronze 2 General. He is a Brace General, but I don't think I actually use it throughout the whole battle. As for my cavalry force, I have 6 Tagmata Cavalry, Bronze 1. These guys are insane. Like, the best, hands down, the best melee cavalry in the game, most cost effective, and destroys every other melee cav unit in the game, as far as I know. As for my sword contingent, I have 2 Protectores Domestici on my right flank, 2 Protectores Domestici on my left flank. And then in the center, I have 4 Eastern Armored Legio. All of those Eastern Armored Legio are rank 2. As for my Protectores Domestici, all rank 1 except for Bronze 1, except for one that is Bronze 2. So for my opponent's build over here, you can see that he's got 1 Nordic Pikeman on each flank. He has 2 cavalry units in total, it seems. 2 Nordic Horse Lords, that is. They are both gold 3, perhaps a bit on the expensive side, but again, upgrades are kind of cheap. As for his skirmisher contingent, he has 2 Nordic Hurlers. These guys actually won't be able to do anything against any of my units because I have very high armor on my units, and Slingers have 0 AP damage in this game compared to Rome 2. In terms of his general, he has Viking Captain Gold 3. He is a Fear General. In terms of, let's see, up front he has 4 Elite Nordic Spearmen. Good choice considering I have all these Tagmata Cavalry, but again, these are Tagmata Cavalry, so we'll see how good they deal with them. In terms of axes, he has a bunch of Viking Raiders over here, decent units. All vanilla though, and all the way in the back, Royal Huskarls, Gold 3. These guys can dish out a lot of damage, so we'll see exactly how this battle is going to go. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit so that we can actually get into the action. Again, Protectores Domestici are insane units in terms of cost efficiency, as well as the Eastern Armored Legio. I love these guys. They will do just extremely well in most engagements. So at the moment you can see that I'm just walking up my troops. Now I'm starting to run because I want to charge him essentially, and I'm gonna be fighting uphill, but I don't think I care with the army setup that I have. So right now you can see that I'm just going to go in with my cavalry contingent. Gonna go first with Tagmata Cavalry and then with swords. Here we go, massive charge. These guys are braced though, so they will not take as much damage. And you can clearly see that the Tagmata Cav Chargers are not as effective as I would hope them to be. So over here I just pull back this unit. Got 9 kills and got wrecked. These guys have very few kills overall, so that was definitely not effective. As you can see, charging into braced infantry is not very good at all, even for Tagmata Cavalry. Over here you can see I'm killing the cav on his flanks. Very nice. The Tagmata Cavalry just going to destroy this Nordic Horse Lord, even though it's gold 3. I'm trying to flank around, but he does a good job with the Viking Raiders over here. I'm gonna continue pushing through with Protectores Domestici to see if I can now get rid of this Nordic Horse Lords. Again, his pike units can't really do too much. Here I disengage at Tagmata and trying to go around and see if I can kill more units. Got a lot of cav still, but they've taken a lot of damage because the initial engagement wasn't great for me. However, I've got my Eastern Armored Legio engaged with his Elite Nordic Spearmen, so this is going to be a good trade for me. Here I could, I guess, rear charge the Nordic Pike. I decide not to. I'm winning on this flank decisively. I'm gonna beat the Viking Raiders here potentially. And this rear charge is going to be devastating. Going to disengage quickly as well. I've defeated the Nordic Horse Lords over here. So basically looking quite good for me overall. I'm going to get a rear charge into his Nordic Pikes. Got more cavalry coming through here, going to charge into his Viking Captain and do massive damage. Again though, this Viking Captain has a lot of HP and the armor is pretty decent, so not going to take too much damage. But I've got so much cavalry still left on the field. I'm going to get another rear charge here into the Viking Raiders. doing a lot of damage to them. Again, Tagmata cavalry is just an insane cavalry unit. Gonna go with another Tagmata here, but the charge kind of gets blunted. However, now I'm going to be able to disengage and probably go into these elite Nordic spearmen and crush them. Still got a lot of Tagmatas. I'm gonna go with one unit into his general. This Protectoris Domestici is going to get destroyed, despite actually hitting the rear of this Nordic pike unit. Gonna get a clean rear charge into this elite Nordic spearman, should rout it soon. More nice rear charges into these Viking Raiders here. Viking Raiders, wow. I got my Magister Militum in there, but going to disengage because the elite Nordic spearmen are actually going to do quite well against my units. Now he's going to rear charge my Eastern Armored Legio. This is really bad for me. Getting a nice cav charge into the Viking Raiders over here though, and overall, as you can see, it's looking extremely good for me. Magister Militum charging over here and getting rid of these spears because they're not facing the correct way. So again, if you rear charge spears, it's going to do massive damage, but if you charge into braced spears or braced infantry, especially spears, it's not going to be good for you, so be careful with charging braced spears. So you can see here that I've still got a lot of Tagmatas on the field against mostly sword units at the moment. Actually, it does have some spears and even pikes, but still all of them are very low in number. Look at these elite Nordic spearmen, barely any damage. And again, I matched them up well with the Eastern Armored Legio. They will be able to trade well with them. And I destroyed the flanks with my superior cavalry. So that's what went well for me. These Eastern Armored Legio now going to start flanking the elite Nordic spearmen over here, doing massive damage to them, and the rear charge should finish off these guys. In terms of units left on the field, it still looks like he has a chance, but the thing is, it's deceptive because I have cavalry in good shape. So yeah, I mean, even my general here is going to wreck this Viking Raider. I've got more cavalry still going through to kill these Nordic hurlers. It's going to be pretty easy for them. Gonna get more of my Protectoris Domestici and the Eastern Armored Legio into his Royal Huscarls and his spear units over here. Overall, it's just going insanely well for me, and let's just start zooming in and look at these guys duking it out. Instead, I want to look at the pikes here. They're actually going to charge my cavalry unit. Ooh, and they're actually killing a few of the Tagmata calves, so that's not good for me. But here comes Protectoris Domestici charge. And now his units are actually chasing my cavalry, so I'm getting some nice rear charges into them. Over here you can see some more engagements, but this is just chaotic at this point. Kind of hard to say what's going on, except that some of these guys are his Huscarls, which surrounded like this, they're not going to do too well. And indeed, victory is mine. Pyrrhic victory. As you can see, Eastern Roman Empire pretty strong with the cost-efficient swords and very, very strong melee cavalry indeed. Magister Militum, super tanky general as well. Yeah, that was a game, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.